Case number 2014-OCT14. Name: The Evil Within. Genre: survival horror. And with the Emperor's blessing, let's proceed. Story has been provided by one and only Mr. Shinji Mikami, director of Resident Evil 1 and 4, who is considered the father of survival horror. Whole thing is therefore grim, dark, and in true Japanese fashion a complete mindfuck from the very beginning until the blood-soaked end. Expect plot twists and a lot of WTF moments as you become Detective Sebastian Castellano, who, while investigating a gruesome mass murder in nearby mental hospital, is sucked alongside his colleagues into a maelstrom of bizarre events. This story of tragic loss and sociopathic genius on its own rightfully deserves a purity seal of approval. Most of the time you are crawling through dark or dimly lit rooms, so graphics still kinda holds, but as soon as you enter levels situated in the daylight or see some close-ups, you can tell it's a filthy console port with no additional PC makeup, which is in my eyes heretical in its very nature. Another great example that companies does not value PC gamers the way they used to. Shame! Heresy! Evil Within has an amazing soundtrack. Not something you would play in the background for your relaxing yoga class after a long day of slaughtering chaos worshippers, but it definitely makes the game more immersive and scary. Honestly, half of the scenes and boss fights would be less scary without that creepy, chilling music. The whole game is very atmospheric. Even in your safe zones you can feel, sometimes almost smell the decay and corruption surrounding you, and Tango Gameworks did a great job at capturing every aspect of it, whether visual or auditory. I really like the RPG element of upgrading your stats and weapons. The idea of injecting yourself with a brain enhancer that will allow you to shoot or run better because your brain can think of ways how to do it more efficiently, well, it's just next level of thinking. Mix of automatic checkpoints and manual saves in safe zones are great, although few checkpoints are placed in very inconvenient places. For example, some makes you rewatch 30-second cutscene each time you fail certain events, and that can be quite frustrating, or they make you go through the whole 3-stage boss fight from the very beginning. Honestly, at that point I was one step from rage quitting the whole game. And also, the final boss fight was way too easy. Still, I'll give it a pass this time. Controls are simple, as expected from a console game, and I personally had problems with shortcuts. I was unable to use quick slots, and opening inventory mid-fight is a huge immersion breaker and a nuisance. Given the fact that this game has been released for PC a few years ago and it still wasn't fixed, I am really disappointed! You can find lots of useful loot just by looking into every nook and cranny, and in a game like this, where every bullet counts, this is huge. I really love it when developers reward you for looking around, and it always makes me happy. Lastly, I like that after your first playthrough you unlock completely new weapons, and New Game Plus allows you to collect everything you missed the first time. It all makes second playthrough way more interesting. My fellow citizens of Imperium, The Evil Within has been played, judged, and deemed fit for your own entertainment. This game has few shortcomings, but in the end it earned my overall purity seal of approval, and I do recommend playing it if you like good survival horror story. Thank you for watching, don't be afraid to hit the like and subscribe buttons to receive the Emperor's blessing, and keep an eye out for heresy, because the truth is that nobody expects the Gaming Inquisition.